All right. So this is one of my videos of the Nothing series. And if in case you're new and you do not know what that is, it is just me sharing random thoughts of self-reflection and thoughts. Just thoughts. There's no script, and I keep it pretty genuine. I keep it pretty raw. So if you're into something like this, where you have a heart-to-heart conversation, um, I would just say that just listen to it when going for a walk or when you're doing the dishes or something like that. All right. So it's more about listening. It's not about watching because there's nothing that will move on the screen. Okay. So how did it start? This today's thought process was I completed a client call. Okay. He had booked. I can't give details because he requested me not to. But the guy, just a summary, the guy, young chap, young in the sense 30s, um, has achieved incredible success. Okay. You're talking about career, money, um, relationships, popularity, friendships, everything. And everything was going fine. Everything was going well until, like they say, life throws unexpected curveballs. So market conditions changed, uh, business got affected. Slowly, money started not being at the level that it was, and that in turn gives you kind of have less money to blow, spend, show off, which in turn impacts the females in your life, which in turn impacts the friends in your life, which in turn affects even people who literally you know calling him and hanging out with him. The typical story that you've heard over and over again. And now he is struggling. He's kind of struggling because he never thought this would happen. He never assumed this day would take place. And that kind of, I was just listening to it, and it kind of brought back memories when, if you check my video, 2011 Loy Machedo suicide, um, when I was at my deepest, darkest moments. See, when you have success, no, when you have success, when you have money, when you have friends, girls, when you're busy with work, every day you have something to do, you don't think about life. You don't reflect. You don't worry. You don't question yourself. But when things don't go as per plan, when there are failures, when there is pain, you slowly start asking yourself, you start doubting yourself. You start thinking, am I really that good? Am I as smart as I thought I was? Am I, going to achieve my dreams? Before you tend to see a future which is so clear, okay, I will earn this much every day, every week, every month. Every month I will get my salary. Every month I'll get my income. And then you start planning out, okay, so if I go like this for 1 year, this is the amount. 5 years will be like this. 10 years will be like this. 15 years, 20 years, and then maybe I'll retire. And then you always keep in mind, okay, maybe I'll earn 5% more, 10% more. And then you start factoring, okay, I'll have savings, I'll have a house, I'll have a relationship, friendships. So all that is fine when money is coming in. But when things don't go as per plan and when they are painful, that's why you really question yourself. You're really like, oh sheesh, man. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. I remember this other client, very senior guy, um, roughly in his like 50, I think 55. And he had lost his job during COVID. he never thought he would lost his job. He never thought he would lose his job. He never thought he would be replaced. Never. He was working for, this. He was working for HSBC Bank in Dubai, UAE, the oldest branch. And he was there when it just opened, when it just started. And that time there were only Emiratis and there were whites. And he was the first of the many Indians there. And it was like, wow, wow, there are whites. And because he just came down from India and he never saw Emiratis. Oh, Emiratis. And these were the educated ones. And, they were paying good salaries those days. And lucky for him, because he joined when they just started, he started to grow with it. Okay. And whomsoever came to UAE in the 80s, they grew with the company. They just grew. They would always train you, the Western system. Okay, we will train our own people and empower them and give them bigger salaries, bigger positions, more responsibilities. And if they prove themselves, sky's the limit. And being a typical Indian, he always believed in working very hard, extremely hard. And because he was surrounded by whites, the Goras, he improved on his communication skills, networking skills. He started hanging out with the whites, and connections with the Emiratis also improved. And very soon he climbed to a position which he never dreamed of in his life. And he equally trained himself. He equally studied and got his degree, MBA. After MBA, then various other courses, qualifications, certifications. He was like a hardcore banking, maestro. Like, he was really up there, heavyweights, as they call it. However, he never in his wildest dreams thought he would be asked to leave. And lo and behold, for a guy who never, ever, ever made a CV, never needed to make a CV, never needed to go for an interview, never needed to, never needed to ask anyone a job because he was getting a very good salary, a very good everything. To get the pink slip, to be told by the management, your services are no longer required. After years and years. And, he saw people come and go. He saw the old timers were there, they leave, new ones come, made friendships with them, and they went. And the next batch came. He saw the good old Emiratis go, then the second generation come, and then he saw the third one who were young, cocky. He saw all the dynamics change, but he was still a heavyweight. And then all of a sudden, one fine day to be told, no, thanks, we don't need you. At first, he was like, okay, I have enough money. I have savings. I have, I've built a legacy. I have a house. I have everything. I don't care. But it was a shock. It did hurt him. And then obviously, when it kind of settled in, because when he got up in the morning, imagine you're doing this for 30 years of your life or 20 years or 25 years, whatever. Every day you get up on time. Every day you have the same breakfast. Every day you drive the same way. Every day you clock in, punch your time card, whatever, at your office. Every day you have more or less the same office space or, office setup, the same colleagues. And every day you finish work at the same time. So it's a routine. Now, when he got up, he got up, but now he had his breakfast, had a shower, but now he doesn't need to go to work. So now what will he do? So he was like, oh, okay, what do I do? And initially it was like, he got used to it, but very soon it kind of crept up to him. Like, this feels boring. This feels empty. And he thought life would be like that. Little did he know that very soon he would experience certain problems. See, life doesn't tell you when there are problems. It can be a sickness of a mother and father. It can be losing a loved one. It can be, you know, um, getting sick yourself. And like I told you, COVID. So with COVID, he ended up losing people that he loved. They got affected. The ones who were old, diabetic, blood pressure, they lost them. And then, you know, he had some other ventures which he never thought about or never focused, only to realize that he assumed something. He assumed he had everything in order, only to realize, sheesh, it's not what I thought. And slowly, when it starts, when you have a good bank balance, you don't have to worry. But when it starts shrinking down, you start to worry. When what you believed would be there for you is not there, you start to worry. And one thing led to another, led to another, led to another. And very soon he was like, man, I need to get a job. I need to start earning. I need to start saving. Others, I'm going to be in deep trouble. And, because of COVID, also his business ventures, he had here and there some business ventures and investments all got destroyed. So once again, he wanted to get a job, something that he never thought he would do. It's very uncomfortable. I'll tell you this much. If you have not been in the corporate world in the sense of hunting for a job or asking someone for a job or going through a tough time, all of a sudden when you're asked to change, it's very difficult, man. It's very difficult. And for him, it was very tough asking for a job, very tough applying. Imagine people half your age are taking your interview. He found it very embarrassing. And then the salaries also were not what it used to be. In fact, he just realized before he had a demand in the market. Now nobody cared about him because, you're crossed your 50s. Now who wants you? Younger generation has come. New technologies are come. New softwares. His days, there were no, like, there was a CRT monitor, green screen, and, you have to type MS-DOS and all that. And now there were these fancy laptops and iPads. And so even though he was aware of all this, he didn't take interest in all this because he didn't have to. Now all of a sudden, he had to. And he tried and he tried and he tried. And the biggest shocker came when he was offered a position, but he was offered like literally, I think, 40% or 30% of what he was getting. Imagine. And that's where, obviously, when things are not working out, he came to me after months and months and months of rejection. For a guy who was super confident, now he was totally in doubts. For a guy who felt amazing, he was destroyed, no friends, everything that he believed was there for him, business gone. So he was a very broken man. I did whatever I could to guide him and help him, but I knew for a fact, But obviously, there are sometimes some people you can't. It's recommended not to tell them. It can hurt and destroy people. I knew that he wouldn't get a job with that salary. I just knew it. But I guess, I didn't have the heart to tell him. I just told him that it's going to be very challenging. Give it your best and don't target a big salary. Just target getting a foot in the door and trying to get a job. Unfortunately for him, he tried his level best. I don't know whether he did get offered a job or didn't get offered or salary, whatever. He had to leave and go back to his hometown as a broken man, sad, depressed. It's not lucky for him, he's not on the road, but now he has maybe another 10, 15 years and he doesn't know what to do. Like he's not going to die immediately. He's going to have at least 20 years of his life. Just imagine 20 years of your life and where you earned a big salary, big life, big everything, and now you don't have anything. So tough, no? So yeah, that brought back memories. And if I were to give you a message, it would be this: it's very easy to be confident when you have money. It's very easy to believe in yourself when you have a job, when things are going good, when business is nice, when money is rolling in. It's very easy. It's very easy to lecture other people and tell them, hey, do this, do that. Oh, you're not like this, you're not like that. It's very easy to give advice. But the day you actually go through something that is beyond your control, whether it's a disease, whether it's a relationship failure, whether it is health, whether it is job, whether it is career, it's very tough. It's very tough to believe in yourself. It's very tough to open your eyes in the morning and you're like, oh, I need to fight again. I have another day. What do I do, man? How do I navigate through this day? Like, whom do I call? Whom do I send my profile, my resume? Whom do I ask for business? Whom do I ask for money? You begin to question your very existence. What do I do to succeed? What do I do to survive? Forget succeed, survive. You hear, no, this Indian guy committed suicide, and CEO, it's because they go through these doubts, these questions. And when failure hits you one after another, relationship failure, friendships leaving, no money, eating from savings, then you have to take care of your wife, your kids, your loved ones, your family, your mother, father. Where once upon a time you're earning money and you felt, I'm the man. I have specializations, experience. There's demand for me. And now nobody gives a fuck. You apply and they don't even respond. What do? Listen to podcasts where they say, oh, you can achieve 100 million. You can do anything. Yeah, sounds nice. Can everyone do that? So, yeah. Um, so when I was speaking to this guy, he's telling me all these things. I'll tell you, sometimes it's very hard to give them that rah-rah talk. It's very easy and so stupid to tell him, believe in yourself, come on, you can do it, never give up and all that. If only it was that easy, man. There are so many people without jobs, so many people without, money coming in per week, per month, no salary. It's very easy to say, take up any job. Yeah, what are you going to do? Be a cleaner? Tell me. Be a cleaner, you know, do a clerk job. Hmm. Sometimes when I listen to these stories of these guys, it really makes me, wow. It not only makes you think about life, makes you afraid or makes you, humble or put your feet on the ground. For example, just imagine you're just diagnosed with cancer or you got paralyzed, you got a stroke, you can't move your body, or you got an accident and, you're no longer the same person, or someone cheated and you're put in jail for no fault of your own, or a partner cheated you of all your money. These are real things. Or you got a divorce, the person you loved left you, or the career, the job, the promise that was given to you is now no longer existing. These are very, very challenging moments for people. It may not be challenging for you. Like you'll say, oh, I lost a job, I'll apply for another one. Yeah, it sounds easy. It sounds very easy. But when you go through it now, it's very tough. And like I told you, when things are tough, then the question is, do you believe in yourself? It's very easy to believe in yourself when there's money, when there's a job, when there's success, when there are people saying, yes, 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 all the yes men. Very hard to believe in yourself when you're alone, when there's no money coming in, when there's no hope, when you don't know what's tomorrow, when there's no job, when there's nothing, when nobody picks up your call, what do? So yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I I spoke to the guy. I told him what was in the heart. What else can I do? I genuinely want him to succeed, but everyone has their limitations. It's very easy to listen to motivational talk and yeah, you can do anything. You can achieve 1 million. You can have a successful business, delegate, have teamwork, build a new company, create a brand, never give up. Yeah, sounds nice, yeah. But then you don't have a choice, right? Anyway, uh, this is what I wanted to share with you. For me, given the number of clients, the people that I meet, interact online, but who pour their hearts and speak to me, sometimes you just don't know what to say. I've met some people who really are going through very, very tough time. Like this mother had a good life, everything. Husband cheated her, left her for a younger girl, uh, only for her to realize because of her stress and all that, she ended up getting health issues. And oh, yeah, I forgot. She also had children who had special needs. The husband dumped all of them. And now she never worked before. And now she had to work. And now she has to take care of her kids. I think 3 kids. And she has no money. And her husband had made her take a loan on her name. And she's stuck. She was literally sleeping in a car with her kids. Just imagine going to the toilet, restaurants here and there. How do you survive, man? What do you tell such a lady? And also, she's not a young female. And she needs to provide medication for her kids or they wouldn't survive. Like, what do you do? Easy to give big advice, right? Believe in yourself. Impossible is nothing. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to depress you guys, but what I'm trying to tell you is this is also life. This is also the reality. Everyone has their cross, everyone has their challenges, everyone has their problems. So it's only when you go through tough times you sit and think about all this. Otherwise, you wouldn't give a damn. And for me, people only when they have problems they come to me. So it keeps me grounded. All right. Anyway, just wanted to share this with you. Good, bad, ugly, feel free. Comment down below. And if you are going through a tough time, my only thing that I can tell you is just hang in there. No matter how tough, just hang in there. Just one step at a time, one day at a time. Don't give up. Hang in there. And just as life is unpredictable and gives you a curveball that can destroy everything, there's always that other opportunity that is just there somewhere. But don't give up. Keep asking, keep trying, because that's the only thing we can do. All right? It's just what I wanted to share. I don't know if this video is helpful. I don't know if you'd even watch this video, but if you did, I sincerely hope it helps you. We have only one life, and that's the only thing we can do. All right? Guys, take care. It's me signing off.